In this video, we will introduce how to make programs on the controller. There are two kinds of playbacks, the cue playback and the cue list playback. We will first introduce the cue playback. First of all, we select a group of fixtures and press full to lamp them on. Now we can set a scene by using the attribute keys and control wheels. For example, my scene is like that. Then we can press Save to Cue and select a playback number to save it. Meanwhile, we will have two choices for saving the playback. We can select the number button above the fader to save a fader playback, or the number button at the bottom to save a fixed playback. Besides, we can choose different record modes or run modes as needed. About the record mode, Record All Stage. It can help you save the playback with all fixtures we have patched, even if we have not selected and set them. The record mode equals fixture will save all the channel data of the selected fixtures to the playback. Press it can change the mode to changed attributes, which helps save only the changed channels to playback. The run mode equals time means the playback runs according to the time we set. Press the option can change the mode to fader. It means the playback output depends on the level of the fader. The option effect allows us to add the effect to the cue. The next option, effect include, allows us to set whether to save the contained effects to the cue. The playback type equals cue can save the sends as a cue playback. Press it can change the type to cue lists. Then, you can save multiple cues to the same playback. For example, now we will save this scene as a cue playback by using the record mode, fixture, and run mode, time, and save it to fader playback 1. Next, we select the same group of fixtures and locate to lamp them on. Then we only set the color channel for the second cue. Press Save to Cue. For this cue, we use the record mode equals changed attributes and run mode equals time. Then, save it to fader playback 2. Now, we can have a look at the differences between the two playbacks. For the fader playback 1, we can see that it saved all the channel data of the fixtures, including the dimmer, pan, tilt, color, and so on. About the playback 2, we can't see the scene because we didn't set the dimmer channel when saving it. At this time, we can select those fixtures and turn on their dimmer channel manually. Now, we can see only the color value is saved to the cue. Next, introduce the cue list playback. First of all, we select a group of fixtures and press full to lamp them on. Then, we press Edit Playback to start programming. For example, we save this cue list playback on fader playback 6. Then we set the cues in the same way as when we edit the cue playback. For example, we set the first cue here. Then we can select the record mode as needed. Right here we use the mode, fixture, to save. Then, press Save Queue. Now, we can see a queue is shown on the list. After that, we can continue to set the second queue. For example, we just make it like that. So we press Save Queue. Then we can continue the same operation until the editing is completed. As an example, we will only make 3 queues for this queue list playback. Then we can press the key Exit and Return to exit the Edit Playback menu. So this is the queue list playback we made. Here above are the programming ways of the controller.